Hi, I thought I'd give you a quick overview on navigating our class, just because I've had lots of questions from folks about what that looks like. When you're navigating our course, oftentimes students go from their dashboard, which kind of shows just like the one thing next that's due or the next thing on their to-do list. That can be really dangerous when we have a class like ours that has a lot of moving parts. Now, with composition courses, we do have a lot of things that are reading assignments. That doesn't necessarily mean you're turning anything in. That's why it can seem a little overwhelming. Now, you of course have over here on the right-hand side a to-do list. Now, hopefully this is showing you stuff in order. That's why I have these weird little number codes in front of each assignment this semester. But the best thing that you can do is go through modules. Now, in our first day information that y'all have been working on, I gave kind of an overview of how to see what due dates are there and what to do. So I'm going to minimize resources, student resources, and then in the Start Here module, there is a step, so number 7 down here in the day 1 information that says to due dates versus due dates. Now, what you'll notice is there's August 21st, August 21st, August 21st. There's no point listing here. That means that that's the day you should start something. If there's no points listed, that's a reading step. This is meant to kind of help you progress through all the information. If you see a point total next to something, that date that's there is the date that it should be finished. So you always want to take a look at the module steps to see if it's a to do, the TODO, or if it's a due date, a DUE date. So I have them kind of clearly listed in that module step. Now, as long as you're going step by step through modules and clicking next, that's just fine. You'll get through everything you need. But if you want to preview assignments or look at things that are coming up, this is how you kind of tell. So to due dates, they just have the date listed, and this is when you should start them. And again, anything that has a point listed next to it, that is a due date. So that's when you're supposed to finish it by. So these are the best ways to see what's coming up, what's due, when it's due, and these two due dates, the start dates, they're meant to kind of help you. So if we go back to modules, what you'll notice in particular, so this is all the stuff for the first day. It's mostly syllabus information, setting up for the class. But what you can look at then, for example, the first assignment we had that was due on the 23rd, practicing the question cycle, introducing yourself, and using the question cycle. The step before it was building inquiry to the question cycle. So everything that comes before an assignment is meant to help you complete that assignment. So you always want to make sure that you're looking at this modules list to see what you need to do before you start an assignment. Also, if you go through grades, and this is something really important and a lot of students kind of skip over, if you go to grades or in some places where they have the assignment tab also there, this is dangerous because what will happen is it will take you to the feedback page for an assignment. It won't take you to the assignment. So that's why it's so important to go to modules. So right now it's just what happens on the teacher side in the grade book. But if we go through modules and we make our way through all of the assignments before we get to something. So if I go into building inquiry, the question cycle, I know that content, so the video, everything that I would need to watch in there, all of the images, and I click next, I'll be prepared for the assignment. Now this is the assignment, all of its directions, where you would put your reply since this is a discussion board post. So it's so important for you to do it that way. Then when you make your post and you move on to the next assignment, then you have the directions. So if you go through grades, you're not going to see that. If you go through your feedback side, you're not going to see that. So they'll give you instructions on what you'll have to do. So this assignment basically is telling you go to this Google form, submit there. There's nothing to turn into this particular link. Once you're done with the information on the link to that survey, you would go into the diagnostic essay. And like here, with this one, it gives you the directions. When you finish reading the directions, you can click Start Assignment. And then you'll have the space where you can do either a text entry, a file upload, and when you're done, click the plagiarism spectrum information. So I'll just put something here real quick. Click that box, submit assignment. So just depending on what the directions are for each assignment, you just want to pay attention to how you submit it and submit everything through